Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Kalvish here. Today I'm making a quick update guide for Sub-Rogue in Midnight Season 2, as the season just started yesterday on this Tuesday. In this video, I'm going to go over talent changes, some gear changes, what you're going to want to be buying with your Conquest in Week 1, and some rotational things that might be different, like GOREMAWS and the Apex talent point bug fixes and some other things like that. So to get into it real quick, I guess I'm going to start with the talents first. So, as you can see, I'm playing DEATHSTALKER right now. I wouldn't say this is the standard build, and I guess before I actually say anything in this video, I'm going to preface that I do have high confidence in my information and what I've tested so far for the season, but I won't know anything for absolute certainty until I test on the tournament realm, which I don't get for a couple days. So this will be the technical standard build right here. You can't really move any talent points around on the right side. You can, when we get tier, we will probably drop the Rotten and go for Lingering Shadow. So if you have Forset, then do that. But everything else, you basically can't change at all. I guess you could drop Fade to Nothing for Cloaked in Shadows if you really want. But what is big that's changing is I'm pretty sure that DEATHSTALKER is better than TRICKSTER now. In all the games that I played, it felt significantly better, actually. And I would highly recommend playing DEATHSTALKER. It's a bit confusing on why it's better, and I still don't fully know myself why it feels better, but I think it's because there is, they did a lot of bug fixing with shadow damage, specifically, and they fixed the Ancient Arts with Secret Technique. So basically, we have more shadow damage right now in this patch, and that's really beneficial to DEATHSTALKER because Lingering Darkness is a completely broken talent. So basically, instead of, if you play TRICKSTER, you have a lot of damage in your blades because you have Cloud Cover and you get a big damage amp. But now as DEATHSTALKER, you'll have your big blades go, and then you'll have another entire go of Lingering Darkness doing a massive damage buff. So to quickly showcase one of the bug fixes they did this patch, and if you watch the Rogue Guide, then you'll know what I'm talking about. When you proc your Apex talents on Secret Technique last patch, the Shadow Clone would only proc the 50% extra damage of Shadow from the very first hit of Secret Technique, because Secret Technique does 3 hits, right? And it would only calculate the Shadow Clone off of the first hit. But now in this patch, you can do 3 hits of Secret Tech and if you have the Apex buff, it'll add it into all of them, and the clone will do a ton of extra damage. I believe it's this right here. So you can see I did an extra over 50% damage with Secret Technique of Shadow. So that is a massive buff, and it means if you are actually actively playing around your Shadow techniques, and you press Secret Technique with this buff up, it is going to do 50% more damage, which is very important. I think that's about it for talents. I don't really think much else changed. I can talk about GOREMAWS real quick for a second here. GOREMAWS is basically just a slightly stronger Shadow Strike. I wouldn't say it's that crazy of an ability. You should try to press it first if you can, but obviously as DEATHSTALKER, you need to apply your marks, and GOREMAWS won't apply it, so that will take priority over pressing GOREMAWS. But a general rotation, like let's say you already have marks up, would be to I don't marks up on this guy, but let's say you already have 3 stacks of markup on this guy. You would dance, cheap shot, and then eviscerate, and then GOREMAWS, and then Secret Tech, and then re-cheap shot. So it would look something like this. GOREMAWS, Secret Technique, and then re-cheap shot, and then eviscerate would be your opener. The reason that we Secret Technique second is because you don't get the, you want to get the GOREMAWS buff on your Secret Technique, and if you can force getting Shadow Technique Apex proc on Secret Tech now, like I said, that's just a 50% damage buff, which is really important to be thinking about now. What else for talents? I think that's about it for talents. I guess in Blitz, we probably won't play First Dance anymore, as there's no room to get it, really. And yeah, I think that's about it. So now I'm going to go over gearing real quick. I have a big notepad here. So what we're going to get on week 1, we get 1600 conquest, 9 free heraldries, and 2 tier conversions. 1 we just get for free, and then 1 you get from reaching 1600. So what I did for the first week, and you don't have to do this, the reason that I am doing this is to basically be ahead until we get weapons, but for the majority of players this is not going to matter. But I basically use some of my heraldries to craft a weapon, even though we're going to get a weapon in on week 3 anyways. So you don't have to do it, but if for whatever reason you have a reason to a specific reason that you want to be ahead in the first couple weeks, then you should copy this. But if not, and you're like more casual, then you should do what I'm going to talk about later. But what I did is I crafted the dagger with 5 heraldries versus mastery. I crafted boots with ARCANOWEAVE embellishment, bought shoulders with verse mastery conquest and made them tier, and then I bought legs with verse mastery conquest and also made those tier with the 1600 piece for free. And the last thing that you are going to want to do as both specs, or not specs, but both decisions that you do on week 1 here is you're going to want to craft full honor verse mastery gear everywhere except your chest piece. So any piece that does not have, you don't need to, like, I didn't craft it on gloves, for example, because it already has verse mastery on it, but any piece that does not have mastery on it already, you're going to want to craft it into mastery, except for the chest piece. And the reason that I'm leaving the chest piece out for now is because if you look at my stats here, I have a 6.5 second shatter dance in PvP, which is absolutely perfect. Something I forgot to mention though, actually, is you can, as DEATHSTALKER, you need a 6.2 second dance at the minimum, and TRICKSTER wants the 6.4 second dance at the minimum. So as DEATHSTALKER, you actually could drop some haste and get a lower dance, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think 6.5 second dance is generally just the best middle ground for basically every game in bracket. But anyways, so I have 6.5 second dance, and the way you get that is by, you have verse mastery on every piece of gear except for your chest piece and except for your PvP trinket, which we are going to opt into badge for now because it has haste on it, but as soon as we're full conquest gear, we will be using insig. So that's what I did for week 1. What you should most likely do for week 1 is craft belt with ARCANOWEAVE embellish. Oh, I also crafted honor bracers with ARCANOWEAVE for because I didn't have the heraldries to craft it with a 344. So I just crafted it on the honor bracers, which is fine. But if you're not me, what you should probably be doing is craft belt with ARCANOWEAVE embellishment, craft cloak with ARCANOWEAVE embellishment. You spend 175 conquest and you buy 1 more heraldry because you have 2 free ones left over. So that adds up to 3. And then you spend the last 2 free heraldries and 1 bot heraldry to craft a verse mastery ring. And then you're going to buy shoulders verse mastery conquest and make that tier. And then you're going to buy gloves verse mastery conquest and make it tier. And this is 700 conquest as well. And then again, you're going to want to craft full verse mastery gear everywhere except for your chest piece and obviously your trinket. You can't replace anyways. So what else? I'm getting a lot of questions about engineering items. I think, I'm not certain yet. We might use like engineering bracers only, but again, I won't know until I'm able to play in the tournament realm. So I would advise not crafting any engineering pieces, so full mastery boots, full mastery helmet, or full mastery bracers until I can do some testing on the tournament realm and figure out our stat break points. What else? I think last thing is I'm still not sure if ARCANOWEAVE is better than the Hunt, as last season the Hunt was way better than ARCANOWEAVE, and the reason ARCANOWEAVE would be better now is because ARCANOWEAVE scales, right? I don't know if I have an ARCANOWEAVE piece in here. Yeah, so you can see here that this ARCANOWEAVE piece says 49, and then mine says 76, but Hunt does not work the same way, so it is most likely that ARCANOWEAVE is better, but again, I won't know for sure until I do tournament realm testing, but you're going to want to craft ARCANOWEAVE for now, as it's most likely slightly better than Hunt, is kind of the conclusion I've come to. But I believe that's it. I don't think I missed anything. I just wanted to do a quick update video here and get you guys ready for Season 2 Sub Rogue. I'm probably going to be streaming all my games on twitch.tv/Kalvish, so check me out there. And if you guys want more guides, like maybe I'll do a mage guide or something if we really want it, but let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Either way, peace out, guys. Have a good season.